Sup Players, and welcome back to another Nordic Open video. And this is the semifinals of the entire event. We have Quentin that won last round on the feature match against Theis, which is also one of the Danish people that I know. So yeah, as we can see, and also from the last round, Quentin is on Wankersoul K9 and Theis is on Mitsurugi, and this is actually pure Mitsurugi and not one of the variants that you can play. So yeah, pretty interesting. And Ty start out with the Pot of Extravagance, banishing 6 random cards, and yeah, throwing 2 cards. After that, Pot of or pre-preparation of rights, I believe is the name, not Pot of Preparations, which is going to get negated by Ghost Bell. After that, we have the Aramasa normal summon here, which is, I will say, in the pure Mitsurugi, potentially one of the better normal summons, apart from the Sachi. But yeah. And yeah, then we have the Mitsurugi Ritual here. So we are going to... It looks like that it's Kusanagi, and then I can't see the other card that was sent away. But yeah, we have the Murakumo on the field now. And... well, it was basically one of the Mitsurugi cards, I believe. Potentially, maybe. But yeah, Kusanagi added back the ritual, and then Theis used the ritual to summon the Fusho, I believe it's the name. Isn't that the name of the card? Let me just quickly double check. Futso is the name. I was like, it was Fuso, but yeah. And the funny part about this, like, the pure Mitsurugi has been one of the, I would say, potentially better versions of the Mitsurugi engine. Or Mitsurugi deck, not engine. Like, as example, we have a lot of different variants. We have the Yummy, we have the Fiendsmith, we have the Ryseal. Blackwing Mitsurugi is also a deck that still exists for some reason. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. But yeah. But yeah, we have Quentin that starts out with Wankersoul Raisin here. And I believe that he got the Search. And Theis is summoning into the Gorgon, which is negating the effects automatically. So, yeah. And then we have the Wankersoul Caesar Valius. I actually don't know. Was Raisin going to... was Raisin using the effect? I'm actually not sure. Maybe Raisin did not get to utilize the effect since it was negated on automatically of the Gorgon, which is the newer version of an Appaloosa, basically. Like, yeah. But yeah, basically, I believe that the Mitsurugi deck still can be pretty interesting. And then we have the Caesar Valius here using the effect to pop 1 card, non-target, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't target. And it's interesting to see if Theis has a response. He does have a response here, removing the Gorgon, using a Forbidden Droplet here, and negating the effects of Caesar Valius. But that is also where the strength of the Mitsurugi deck is. That is basically from the Futso. Because every time that you special summon, your opponent, if they have Futso on the field, can basically just summon back all of the big guys that you just got rid of. So basically, in the end, guys, I will say that one of the problems in the Mitsurugi deck is definitely Futso, and you need to remove it from the field as quickly as possible. And then we have the Rock of the Windcruiser getting the summoning out, and Futso will revive back the Gorgon, which is actually crazy to think about, that it's just a reptile, not a Mitsurugi, but a reptile that it can revive back, which is also it's also crazy to think about. And yeah, I believe that that Quentin just quickly asked about when the different things was going to trigger. I believe with the Gorgon and what the specific things is. But yeah, basically it negates the effects of different things, and then we have the Murakumo back on the field, which will Regeki everything. So yeah, and in response we have Mad Love that is responding to, I believe, maybe destroying the monster with the lowest defense, if I'm correct. And it looks like that Theis is responding with the Murakumo here. Um, and also, to negate the effect of Mad Love, and also using the prayers here to revive. And then the Murakumo effect was going to resolve here and Raikikiing the entire board of Quentin. So, yeah. That is also something that is pretty annoying with the Mitsurugi thing is, and as you guys can see with the Futso here, that is just, yeah. As I said before, guys, that is definitely one of the cards that you want to get rid of fairly quickly, so stuff like this doesn't happen all the time. And also, they can utilize stuff like Radiant Typhoon Vision to just draw cards. Plus, I also believe that because I believe that I saw it when we were testing it, but basically, Theis was also utilizing the MST first of all, but also the Fallen and the Virtuous, because in the pure Mitsurugi, nothing is nothing is in the extra deck. It has a lot of space, so basically nothing is guaranteed there. And we got the Snow Devil that destroyed the entire field. Here I see. So basically, I believe that Theis just asked about why the Raisin did not leave the field, and that's because of the trap card. Since basically since of course the trap card will protect it from destruction. So yeah, and then we have Heavy Borger here summoning out, and Theis is on the Mitsurugi ritual once again to summon out his second copy of the Murakumo here, allowing him to Raigeki the port once again. And yeah, and in response, Heavy Borger effect activates, and Theis is attempting to negate it with the Murakumo. And when the effect resolves, Quentin discarded the card that he revealed from Heavy Borger. So yeah, again, pretty intense. Like for example, here in Denmark, we have a lot of rogue decks, a lot of rogue strategies. I can say that by myself. I'm also kind of a rogue player. And then when we get to the big tops and the semifinals and stuff like that, we have stuff like this. Like they have in the big leagues as well, like Wanker's Old Canine that we know from the previous YCSs and stuff like that, and also Mitsurugi is still a pretty heavy hitter in the meta, as we can see here. Like right here, I would say, guys, that both players is definitely going all out with it. Like Quentin, even though that Theis has access to Futsu once again and all of that, he's still going all out with his canines and attempting to do something, and he also have his heavy borger still. And also kinda yeah. But basically yeah. It is just it's not possible to, do all of that. And basically, Theis is passing here with setting 2 more cards on the field. And yeah, my question is basically, can Quentin come back from this? He normally summons out the raisin here and uses the effect to search, and that is going to get negated by a great purification here. And yeah, does Quentin have any other things? Potentially, he has the K9 Lantern here targeting the Suna to what's it called? To summon out, and yeah. And that's game number 1, guys. Won by Theis here with his Mitsurugi strategy. Then again, it depends a lot on when you have the access to the different engines. Like, for example, in Mitsurugi, you can have, just like I told you, talked about a little bit before. We have all of the engines. We have Yummy, we have Raizu, we have Fiendsmith, etc., etc. But also, pure Mitsurugi is scary, especially if you know how to play the deck, and that is something that I can sign on the paper. Theis definitely knows how to play Mitsurugi. He has been playing it basically ever since we got it back in Supreme Darkness, and then he's been a little bit on and off with the deck. But now, after the ban list where Habakiri went to 1, he has been on it. So yeah, I don't know with the fact about with Quentin how long that he has been playing the One Crystal Canine strategy, but yeah, but maybe he will be a little bit more lucky here in game number 2, because especially I believe that he will start out. Yeah, he does that. I mean, he starts out with a reinforcement of the army, or a rota, as we like to call it, getting access to the Vanquished Soul Raisin here. And of course, it's going to be normal summed down and searching out the 1 copy of Holy Sue. And that is also something that is very predictable with the Vanquished Soul engine. Like, most of the times when they summon out the Raisin, we know that, or if you have played against it a lot, or played the deck yourself, you know what card that is going to get searched now, and that is definitely the Holy Sue every time. But we also have Case for K9, and we have Holy Sue revealing the Raisin to summon, and using the effect a Fire and a Dark to summon out a non-psychic, which is going to most of the times as well being Jiaolong. Those two definitely just gives you access to the K9 engine so fast. But yeah, we have the Ripper here, allowing us to go into the rest of the K9 combo, basically. But also something, guys, that I know is that Theis is playing board breakers rather than hand traps. Like, I believe that he still does play a little bit of hand traps, like Ash Blossom, Imperm, Bell, etc. But like the normal hand traps, but not as crazy, because it's more like board breakers over hand traps. Because in some situations, board breakers is a little bit better, because your opponent can do an entire lot, and then yeah, like for example with the canine stuff. Oh, and that is the Noroi reveal only spell cards at in Theis's hand. So yeah. And that's also something that is pretty good within Roy, is it gives you information how to deal with the different things, and summoning out the princess here to be able to get the Holy Sue back is also a pretty good combo piece, because instead of you activating the rock and potentially getting, I don't know, DD Crowed with the what's it called, the Holy Sue, you actually have access to it directly. And yeah, we also do have the Nash Knight right here, and we see that it's a beautiful ultimate rare Nash Knight. So yeah, And then he summons out that, and detaching one to summon out the monster negate, which is also pretty crazy against the Mitsurugi deck, because in general, guys, I will say, and that is also from experience that I know. I've been playing against the Mitsurugi engine, and sometimes the one normal summon is just enough to get negated to destroy an entire strategy. But we have Mystical Space Typhoon here, destroying the. Alright, so basically he activates and reveals all three, and I'm not sure why he does that. Because, basically, yeah, I don't know why he activated it and revealed it. Wait, didn't he just reveal? Didn't he reveal all three, like three different attributes? Why is there still different things? But yeah, we have the Sachi here, and that is going to get negated by the number C104 or cast 104, and it's going straight away because of the Forbidden Droplet, and he is negating the Isuna and the number C104, getting access to prayers here that is going to get activated directly. Searching the Habakiri, the one off, and then Habakiri's effect will activate. And that is also one of the, I will say, it is definitely one of the better strategies against the Mitsurugi deck. I'm talking about the canine stuff. Because that gives you full control in, if you're lucky enough, it gives you the full control over the whole situation. But yeah. Um, we're we're tributing that to get rid of that, I see, and then Habakiri will search the Murakumo here. And basically, yeah, I believe that Quentin just wanted to see what card was added. So yeah. And then Theis is on the Mitsurugi Mirror here, and using the the other K9 quick play, I can one of the release cards to rank up, and then it was destroyed by something. Oh, it was destroyed by Fauna and the Virtuous, yeah. And Rock is summoning out the Raisin, and Raisin is going to get the search. And that is game number 2 taken by Quentin. So that's actually pretty crazy. But then again, when you have so much, and that is what Yu-Gi-Oh has become, like the person that and basically all the people that wins the die roll and go first is basically most of the times the ones that also wins the entire duel. Because if your opponent doesn't have access to hand traps or other non-engine, etc., or board breakers that can break your board, well, then basically your opponent will just win no matter what. But that is also what I like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the fact about that there's still times and chances where you will be able to break your opponent's board no matter what. I've had those situations before. Like, even though that, for example, if I play a rogue deck, then if I'm and I'm not talking about luck, like most in some situations and also most of the times, if you're lucky enough, yeah, then you will be able to um break your opponent's board and win the duel. But it also depends a lot on pure skill in those situations. Because if you are able to break your opponent's board easily, well, that depends on the strategy and the deck, of course, and also the deck that you play against. But if you play a rogue strategy, let us say, for example, if I play Black Wings and I play against Mitsurugi, like if it was me and I played Black Wings in that match, well, if I knew that my opponent was on board breakers, I would definitely attempt to play around those instead. But yeah, sometimes you are just really lucky, and other times you just need to have skills to win the duels. But yeah, Theis is starting out here with his Aramasa and also Pot of Extravagance here. That is going to get with a Fuvalos here. And yeah, um, I just thought of something. Of course, I don't know if the judges at the event thought about it, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Theis is allowed to do that he just did. Like, he already have Aramasa on the field, and Part of Extravagance states out that during your main phase 1, which means that you have to activate Extravagance first. So I believe that we have an illegal activation here. But yeah. Again, if we think about it, it could have been the other way around. Like, Theis could have just activated Extravagance first and then normal summon, but it is just me that is catching those moments. Like, and that is also because that I remember what the cards does. So yeah, I'm not sure that he could have done that, but yeah. Again, it is a little week ago that we had the Nordic Open, so again now it's too late now to do anything about it. But yeah, it's just funny to see those misplays and illegal activations. But yeah, and that also gives you um what's it called, an experience in some sort of way, because I'm just saying that it could be fun to do, to see that. And I will say now, of course, it is right here. It is potentially kind of late to what's it called, to save the game state, and it is an irreparable game state now. I can see that, but yeah, it's still funny to think about. But yeah, we had the great purification that negated the raisin, and the raisin was replaced by a Caesar Valius here. So yeah, and the Caesar Valius is going to attack into the Aramasa. Maybe it looks like the Aramasa here is going to get destroyed. Um, or no, was it the Kusanagi that was destroyed? I don't know. Um, oh, oh, now I know what happened. The Kusanagi protected the Aramasa, I believe. Because then there's also something when I attempt to destroy the big Mitsurugi cards, then all of a sudden, okay, they just tribute one of the smaller ones to protect. So I believe that is what happened here, that the Kusanagi protected the Aramasa from destruction. So yeah. And I'm not entirely sure what happens now. Are we still in Quentin's turn, or are we back to Theis' turn here? I believe that it's still Quentin that attempted to utilize the effect of Rock of the Vanquisher, which was negated by Forbidden Droplet, and then I believe maybe maybe Theis used the Futsu's effect here to revive back the Sachi. I don't know. And we have a prayers here tributing the Sachi to first of all search and then summon, or maybe just summon, because you can apply both effects. You can apply both effects if you want to. So yeah, but basically, yeah, the Murakumo, Raigeki, Quinton Sport here, and basically potentially we have enough for game here. I don't know, but it also depends on if Theis is able to establish a little bit more attack power. And yeah, basically probably here we have the Mitsurugi Ritual, and is responded with a Fuvalos, and Rakumo is going to be chaining to negate, and basically the effect will be negated by Raisin. and then he will be able to. So yeah. But that's basically the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.